Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be making an Easter card. I have 3 stamp sets from Stampin' Up, Gorgeous Grunge, Indescribable Gift, and we're also going to be using a hostess set called Gift of Love. This is a very pretty floral stamp set. I also have some inks. I have Smoky Slate, Pistachio Pudding, and Pink Pirouette. I already have some cardstock cut. Here's my card base. When it's fully open, it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at the 5.5 inch mark. I also have some cardstock cut, and you're going to need some Memento Tuxedo black ink, or any black ink of your choice, and some clear blocks. So this card is inspired by one I saw on Pinterest. This is from constantlystamping.com, and this is a gorgeous card, and I really just wanted to give it a try and make it a 1-layer card. So let's get started. First up, we're going to be stamping our Easter sentiment. The stamp set that this comes from, Indescribable Gift, is discontinued, but you can use anything you want because we're really just using the sentiment. So now we're going to be using the Gift of Love stamp set to stamp these flowers, and I'm just going to be stamping them all over around the sentiment. And I'm just going to fast forward this here. So as I stamp around this card front, I'm just going to be twisting and turning my stamp. And of course, any floral stamp set that you have would work beautifully for this card. So I'm just going to place my last couple stamps on here. And next up we have an envelope. I'm just going to stamp this really quick because I have all my stuff out. Just going to put a flower right on the right side. So when everything is stamped, it's time to fill in those flowers, and I'm going to be using that stamp right there. And this is inked up in Pink Pirouette. And this stamp is really easy to line up. If you just stand over the top of it, you can see right through it. And you get a nice image. So I'm just going to go all around this card really quick. So here I'm just going to line up my last couple of flowers. And I really love the 2-step stamps, 3-step stamps. I just think they're so much fun. This would also be really pretty watercolored. I think I might have to try that next. So right now we're going to be stamping the stems. And these are going to be stamped with pistachio pudding. And you just want to line these up the same way. And the nice thing about these stamps is that if you are off a little bit, it does not look bad at all. It actually gives it more of a watercolored look or just a really artistic look. And these two shades look really nice together. The pistachio pudding is a retired color, but I know that there are a lot of, pastel greens out there. So this part also goes very quickly even when I'm not fast forwarding. It's a real quick stamp set. So now I'm going to be using the Gorgeous Grunge set. This one is retiring right now, so I highly recommend it if you don't have it. Get it. It's not going to be available after May 31st. So right now I'm just stamping a bunch of little splatters all around, and the color I'm using is Smoky Slate, but I'm stamping off so it is a little muted. And this is a gorgeous color whether it's full strength or stamped off. It's a lovely shade of gray. I didn't want to get too much splatters on the flowers, so I'm just going to use some white paper to make a very quick mask. That way I can get some splatters towards the center of the card. And here I'm just going to be finishing up. I do have a lot of splatters on here. I might have gone a little overboard, but I love my splatters. Next up I have some light pink Recollections paper, and that measures 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I'm just going to be gluing my stamp panel right onto it. I'm using some Tombow Mono Multi Glue. Just need a little bit, love this glue. Then you just center it and stick it down. Okay, so next up we just need to stick this to our card base. And this covers the entire card front, so we're just going to go ahead and press it down and stick it on the side to line it up so it's all nice and even. Alright, just giving that a nice press and making sure everything is lined up. And now that that's done, it's time to add the inside stamp piece for our card. I did this off camera because I didn't know my camera had died, but I just stamped the flower outline in Smoky Slate, then stamped it off, and I got this nice light gray. It's the perfect darkness so you can write right over the top of it if you want, but still very noticeable. So here we have our finished card. I think this is lovely. Like I said, might be a little too much splatters for some people. If you feel like that sentiment gets lost, feel free to stamp it on a different piece and then pop it up on some pop dots. I think that would be great. So here I'm just going to add some Wink of Stella because you know what, it's really not done unless there's some Wink of Stella on it. So I'm just going to go around this card front and do all the flowers. So here we have it, all nice and shimmery and ready to give to someone for Easter. I did stamp another one. I made this one a few weeks back. It uses the same exact colors, but it does use the sentiment that came in the Gift of Love stamp set. And that is a really beautiful sentiment. So this one does have the same inside stamping, except it has 2 flowers and not as much Gorgeous Grunge splatter marks. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's quick card tutorial. If you still need to make some Easter cards, this one makes a quick one. So I wish you guys a very happy Easter and I will see you all later. Bye!